Hello, this is QPID 5954 here. Just wanted to make a little introductory video on a series that I'm planning on doing. And it's basically a series of videos on how to make money in real estate and how to do it from a standpoint of having no money at all. And that's kind of how I started in real estate, kind of in a way. I come from a mortgage background, a lending background. From about 2003 to about 2008, I owned my own mortgage company. We had 6 offices around the state. Things were going very well. And then when the market crash happened, things didn't go so well. So I come from, like I said, a lending background. I've been around a lot of real estate agents, so I understand how the lending side goes. I also understand the job of a real estate agent and kind of what they do. I was able to glean a lot from a lot of good agents and even some bad ones too. I was able to learn at least what not to do. Started flipping properties back about 2003, mostly involved in the lending aspect of it. Then I got more and more involved in the investment aspect of it. Now, back then, things were different. The market was going up so fast. It was really easy to, first of all, it was really easy to get financing for a loan to buy a property, but also it was really easy to flip the house. You could buy a house even at market value, clean it up a little bit, and a couple months down the road, you can still sell it again, and you make 30, 40, 50 grand. Really wasn't that unusual to do that with very minimal work. Maybe go in, clean it up a little bit, fix what you have to fix, and then you'd pretty much be finished. So I did that for about 2003, 2008, and then the market crashed. And make a long story short, I lost my mortgage company, pretty much lost everything. A lot of people don't realize this, but people in the real estate industry back then were the first ones to get hit. We all pretty much, lost everything pretty much overnight. I went from making a very good income, driving a very nice car, and having a very nice house to nothing very, very quickly. So, at the end of 2008, not that real estate investing wasn't a great idea, but I just, I had a lot of, our primary money source was gone. We did have some people we were working with that had some deep pockets, but they were pretty scared because they were getting burned on a lot of properties, and they really kind of wanted to sit back, and then nobody knew what was going to happen. Speaking for myself, I can't say that I foresaw the credit crunch and the subprime meltdown, although I always thought that house prices can't continue to go up like they were. And then, some of the lending that was being done was absolutely crazy. So I always knew something was going to happen, but I never anticipated what happened. So anyway, for about a year, I kind of took a year off, just kind of did odd jobs here and there just to try and keep what bills I could pay paid and make sure that we had enough to eat and that we had to keep a roof over our heads. And I just kind of kept an eye on the market. Tried a few other business ventures that didn't work out. But then I decided, make a long story short, I decided to get back into real estate investing. And I chanced upon one day a webinar series. I'm not going to mention the person's name, but it was a kid. He had a book and a kit that he had for sale, but basically what he was doing, he was flipping short sales via option contracts, and it was an ingenious system. I was really impressed, and they were really, really good about keeping webinars up for people so they can learn. They were very educational based. He had there was another gentleman that kind of worked with him that was doing the funding on a lot of these deals, so there was a little bit of a kind of a win-win situation. There was an incentive for them to put the training out, because the guy could fund the deals, and on the other side he can go ahead and sell some of his books, some of his systems. So. Having a background in real estate, I understood what he was doing because I never actually bought his kit or actually bought his book, but I understood it. And then I did hours and hours and hours and hours of research, and then I have some attorney buddies and some really good real estate buddies that I kind of sat down with, kind of went over with them, and we were able to put the proper paperwork and do everything kind of the right way because. In real estate, and this is something you want to remember in real estate, if you're kind of wondering if what's legal, what's not legal. And I'm not an attorney, and you're going to want to talk to one in your local area about what's legal and what's not legal. But kind of the basic rule is that as long as you're being above board and you're letting all material facts be known to everybody involved in the transaction, you're probably going to be pretty safe. You probably don't have too much to worry about. But once again, talk to the professionals in your area and make sure that you're doing things the right way. But other than that, I mean, if you keep that kind of general rule that you're just being honest, you're being upfront, you're letting everybody know what's going on, then you should be in pretty decent shape. So anyway, I utilized his particular system. I had a friend of mine that was losing his house, so we were able to successfully make money by utilizing that particular system. What was unique about his system is relatively new. Like I said, he used an option contract to purchase the property, but he also was given the right by the property owner to list the property via MLS, and that's how he was able to find his buyers, and that was I thought was really genius. Now, unfortunately, in today's market, the MLS and the banks caught onto that type of thing, and now they don't allow for that. But anyway, that's how I got started. And that was kind of my stepping stone to making a little bit of money. Getting back into real estate because, even though I did own my own mortgage company, I did get some knowledge from when I was in the real estate industry. I had nothing. I was negative. My bank account was negative. I owed people money. Okay, so I had nothing. So I had to start from nothing, and that's what this video series is going to be about. It's really for those people that might have no to very limited knowledge in real estate, that are kind of curious or want to maybe take the steps forward to get involved in real estate. And I want to be able to have a little bit of a conduit for you, maybe a little bit of I don't want to say a guide, but maybe give you some ideas and maybe share some of my experiences so that you can take those and hopefully improve your situation a little bit. Now, I will say this, I am not a guru. I don't make millions of dollars. I don't make hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't have a Lamborghini. I don't have a huge mansion to show you, anything like that, okay? I'm kind of a regular old Joe. But if you're looking to make an extra 15, 20, maybe 30,000 to supplement your income like I do, not a bad idea. There are ways to do that, relatively easy ways to do that, investing in real estate. But you really have to put the time into it. And the big thing too is not so much, a lot of people get caught up in the money, that type of thing, but what it is that you really have to evolve as a person and then also get a team around you. And that's the key. That's really, really, really the key, is to get a good team around you that's going to help you. And I'm going to tell you how I did it, and then maybe that'll give you a little bit of insight on how you can do it too. Because there is absolutely no reason why, if I did it, that you can't do it. And you don't need, a lot of people watch this video and say, well, hey, you were in the mortgage business. Well, that's true, but I use very little of it. Okay, the stuff that I learned, a lot of that stuff doesn't apply anymore. So, and it's stuff that can be taught to you very easily, and so you don't necessarily need that, or you can't, you can't sit there and necessarily look at me and go, well, you were in the mortgage business for years. That's how you know. Well, not necessarily. Most of what I know about real estate investing, I learned after I got out of the mortgage business. So that shouldn't be an obstacle for you. But like I said, I'll have some other videos that this was running a little later than I anticipated it. So I have some other videos that will kind of go into a little bit of what I call core building, and then some good nitty-gritty information that you guys can use. So thank you very much for watching the video. Look forward to making the rest of them, and feel free to leave any comments that you like. Thanks.